We're going to be reading Isaiah 17, prophecy about Damascus, and we know Damascus is the oldest city on earth, so this hasn't happened yet. We know Israel is in conflict with Damascus, and not so much directly at the moment. I mean, 3 missiles have been sent out of there, apparently. It's not been confirmed, I don't believe, by the IDF, Israeli Defense Forces. But anyway, this is Isaiah 17. The burden of Damascus. Behold, Damascus is taken away from being a city, and it shall be a ruinous heap. The cities of Aurora are forsaken. They shall be for flocks, which shall lie down, and none shall make them afraid. The fortress also shall cease from Ephraim, and the kingdom from Damascus, and the remnant of Syria. And they shall be as the glory of the children of Israel, saith Yahuwah of hosts. In other words, Tim. And in that day it shall come to pass that the glory of Jacob shall be made thin, and the fatness of his flesh shall wax lean. And it shall be as when the harvestman gathereth the corn, and reaps the ears with his arm. And it shall be as he that gathereth ears in the valley of Rephaim. Yet gleaning grapes shall be left in it, a remnant, as a shaking of an olive tree, 2 or 3 berries in the top upmost bough, 4 or 5 in the upmost fruitful branches thereof, saith Yahuwah Elohim of Israel. At that day shall a man look to his Maker, and his eyes shall have respect to the Holy One of Israel, and he shall not look to the altars that work of his hands, neither shall he respect that with his fingers have made, either the groves or the images. In that day shall his strong cities be as a forsaken bough, and the upmost branch, which they left because the children of Israel, and there shall be desolation. Because you have forgotten the Elohim of thy salvation, you have not been mindful of the rock of your strength, therefore shall you plant pleasant plants, and shall set it with strange slips. In the day you shall make your plant to grow, in the morning shall you make your seed to flourish, but the harvest shall be a heap in the day of grief and of desperate sorrow. Woe to the multitude of many people which make a noise like the noise of the seas, and the rushing of the nations, that make a rushing like the rushing of mighty waters. The nations shall rush like the rushing of many waters, but Elohim shall rebuke them, and they shall flee afar off, and shall be chased as the chaff of the mountains before the wind, and like a rolling thing before the whirlwind. And behold, at evening-tide trouble, and before the morning he is not. This is the portion of them that spoil us, and the lot of them that rob us. So we see Israel is going to wax thin because it trusted in its lovers round about, but it will call unto Yahuwah soon.